Hi everyone, welcome to GuiNet Technology. So today we are going to discuss about the Zscaler SASE. So we'll do the deep dive about the all component of the SASE, right? We'll understand why basically we need a SASE, and before SASE, how our network infrastructure support our all security requirement, right? And after SASE, how it's got changed and what was the idea behind it all, right? So we'll discuss all this new concept together. Okay, just give me 1 second. We'll start. All right. So I hope you guys are able to hear me. So let's start, right? So this SASE word you can see here, right? So what does mean SASE? First, we have to understand, right? So we know like different routing protocol. We know different firewall vendors, right? We know different kind of the uh, proxy vendors. We know different kind of the any other hardware vendors, right? So is it some kind of the vendor or some kind of protocol or some kind of services? So the answer is no. It's not a vendor. It's not like protocols. It's not kind of the any service providers, right? It's just a concept. The SASE is just a concept. It was like you guys know it, OSI model, right? OSI model, we know that. TCP model, we know that. So if we discuss about the OSI model, this is just a framework. This is just, some concept. By using these concept, how actual packet can be travel from one PC to another PC, that concept is going to be leveraged, and based on that the actual transmission is going to happen based on this TCP IP model, right? So this concept initially designed by some global organizations, and they work very closely, and after working closely they come up with the solution like how my model should be look like while doing any data transmission from one PC to another PC, right? So this was the reference model, we know that, right? And based on this reference model, we do the actual data transmission, means actual communication from one PC A to PCB, right? Similar wise, this SASE is just a concept. This is just a reference model of the new network security requirement, right? It's not something kind of the any vendor design this architecture. It's not a product, right? But it's just a framework you can understand. It's just a reference model you can understand, and by referring this reference model, by referring this concept, different vendors are basically develop their solutions, right? So SASE, you can see the name, the first half is listing secure access, means SA is equal to secure access, and the SE is equal to service edge. So what does mean secure access? So secure access is simple, right? We are securing something, right? We are securing something with the help of service edge. So who is going to build a service edge? We don't know, right? So we just have to understand how many player available in the market and who basically going to provide me the services to secure my communication, right? So let's say suppose very layman examples. It's my PC, right? This PC needs to communicate with the facebook.com, right? So this facebook.com could be anywhere in the internet, right? So I need a secure access. I need a secure access so that my communication while talking, doing chat, doing any kind of the like conversation, any kind of the posting, or might be you can just think about the WhatsApp, right? So just the very basic thing, WhatsApp. You're just doing the chatting, right? So what the first thing you are going to require? Might be from the cell phone or by the PC, you're doing the chat. So you require the first component. My communication over the internet should be the secure. This is the first criteria. Then my communication should be the secure. So this is the SE is the secure access, means something you are doing over the internet should be secure. But who is the service provider who going to help me the secure? That's a different story, right? So in that case, might be your phone itself having the encryption, decryption, might be you're just using some kind of VPN network, or might be your home device itself having the capability to just encrypt or decrypt, or app itself, WhatsApp application itself having the encryption decryption technique, so that while doing any conversation from your phone itself, the traffic is going to encrypted, and throughout the internet, that is going to the internet, right? So nobody can understand what communication you are doing from back and forth, to whom you are talking. It doesn't mean, right? So the this providing the security is just acting as a service edge. So in that case, my Facebook is just providing the service with the help of the HTTPS traffic, because they are secure media where we are doing the any kind of the communication, that is the HTTPS connection, right? So they are going to provide the basic security, but it's not security just sending the traffic over the secure media, that my security is everything is available. No, it's not like that. Even you are using the HTTPS based communication, there is a lot of like loopholes we have, where we have to struggle and we have to mitigate those kind of the loopholes, right? So I'll talk later stage what are those loopholes and how it can be mitigated. But yes, we have to understand what is a SASE and who is the vendor basically going to provide the SASE. The SASE is just a framework, it's just a concept, just a OSI kind of the reference model. By using this reference model, we design a network where my communication from the any client machine, any user machine, whether they are working from home, right? They are working from office, or they are working from the anywhere. They are mobile users, right? They are moving, they are traveling, they are working from the hotels, they are working from the sea beaches, they are working from the airports, could be a railway station, could be anywhere. And while doing their office work from anywhere, their all communication going to the data center network, right? DC network, or might be the cloud data center network or cloud network, should be secure access with some service provider who basically going to provide the security. So service is this some kind of service provider who is going to provide the security. So I'll discuss who is a service provider, but here we are going to focus about the Zscaler, one of the service provider for time being, but later we'll understand how this can be basically secure by the vendor as well. So just you understand this is a reference model, right? So you can see in early 2019, right before COVID, or you can understand pre-COVID, this concept was launched by the Gartner. So this is the Gartner. So might be you don't know about the Gartner. So Gartner Magic Quadrant is just the open source company, or might the organization who basically review the all network security, cloud, and the proxy, many technology based products, right? I'm just naming the few because I'm from this domain, but it is naming the multiple kind of the review section. It is doing the multiple review for the different vendors, and after reviewing after doing the review for the vendor, how their devices, how their product is working in the market, and also they understand what my customer needs, what is my customer need, how my customer basically want to mitigate those all needs, what customer having a challenge based on the current network scenario, right? So by using those kind of the research, by analyzing those kind of the concept, they basically they come with some conclusion, right? And that conclusion was come in the 2019. The current network infrastructure, what we having the branch locations, we having a data center locations, and also we start integrating the cloud-based applications, right? Cloud-based application, cloud-based data center, we having the hybrid kind of the solution. Might be my current network is not sustainable, it is not going to provide efficient or scalable all kind of the feature what customers are looking for. So they come with these solutions in 2019 and then after that they start working. But initially it was just an idea which known as a SASE, pronounced as a SASE. But once the COVID arrived in 2019 itself, COVID arrived, and then it's game changer for the market. Why it's a game changer? Because the full workforce, means your full company employee, start working from home, and that time it's like become a very big issue for the organizations. How I can monitor my, means how can I monitor all the network performance, how my employee data can be secure, how my all communication is going to be secure while working from the all workforce from home or anywhere. That's become the very challenging for the everyone, right? And then it's become the very must required product in the market, not a product, the framework and concept. And that's why the service age provider are available to just provide those services, right? So let's move to the next slide so we can understand, right, little bit. So here you can see that we having the like the architecture, a small branch, we having some kind of the devices, we having some kind of the uh, cloud-based application, right? Having that different component. So if we talk about the SASE, I told this is not a product, that is not a component, that is not a, like with a firewall or something else. No, this SASE having the combination of the multiple flavor, means multiple technology is going to combine into one, and that is going to become a SASE. So SASE is going to basically combine the multiple things, like it is going to combine the SD-WAN, it is going to combine the secure web gateway SWG, it is going to combine the cloud firewalls. Similar, like Palo Alto you're deploying, you can deploy the FortiGate firewall, you can deploy the checkpoint firewall or any Azure based firewall. But there is a hardware, there is a virtual firewall. So once you deploy the your Palo Alto firewall or FortiGate firewall and the Azure firewall or might be a checkpoint in the cloud, that become the cloud firewall. So cloud firewall is something not a new, just you are integrating your legacy firewall with the cloud, so that once your traffic is going to hit to the cloud, that cloud firewall is again going to provide the protection to you, right? So this is how the cloud firewall is come in a picture. Secure web gateway, like you are going to access any kind of the destination based on the URLs, right? So how my destination should be secure, right? How my any kind of the threat should be the secure, means nobody can do the any kind of the malware stuffs, nobody can do any kind of the vulnerability attack, nobody can do any kind of the virus attack, any kind of the worm propagation, DOS attacks. So they having the intelligence, threat intelligence, who is going to monitor 24 into 7 into 365 for the all your network activity. And if anything is, if it's going to be not as per your network requirement, they are going to take an action, right? So this SaaS, even that is a DNS security, they are going to give cloud access security with CASB solution. They are going to, I'll discuss more about what is these all component. Might be you are hearing very new time CASB, but we'll discuss. And now we having the requirement to from the any office, any device could be any IoT device, your Cisco voice phones, right? Any IP telephony, any network device, they can be have to accessibility to the any cloud-based application. Could be Office 365, could be Dropbox, could be Salesforce, could be the WebEx meeting, could be any other AWS, Azure, and GCP cloud. It could be your application could be hosted anywhere, right? It might be the cloud-based application, or your application itself, it's a cloud application. Likewise, Office 365, it's a cloud application. It's always going to host it in the cloud infrastructure. Might be your taken application like the SAP application. You hosted in the SAP application in the AWS. So your devices must reach to the AWS cloud. So this SASE framework come in a between user and between the applications. So this SASE vendor, so I mentioned again, so this SASE secure access, how it is going to be secure? The secure access is going to happen with the service edge provider. So these vendors are going to be available inside of this picture. Okay, so we're having a two parts here. You guys can just let me draw something. So we're having a, you just have to do this way. Let me draw in this way. We're having basically three component. One is this, and one you can this, right? So see here in this section we having the devices, and in devices just think what they are the users, right? User devices, whatever the switch routers, and then we having the ISP. See, this is the ISP, they are the ISP, and in between we having a SASE vendors who going to leverage the SASE concept, and they are going to stay here. This could be the Zscaler, right? This could be the Cisco, right? This could be the Netspoke, right? This could be your Palo Alto, and this could be your Versa SD-WAN, Versa solutions as well. So we're having a lot of solution provider. They are going to provide the security feature before the application and before the user, means between the user and the application with the help of the service provider. So what is going to happen Once your device want to communicate with any cloud-based application, this SASE is going to inspect your traffic. The traffic is going to intercept by the SASE. That is known as service edge. This SASE having the different service edge located in different locations and acting as a cloud. You don't have to worry. You don't have to manage this all, right? You don't have to manage. Let's say suppose in legacy scenario, what is going to happen? Let's suppose this is not available here for some reason. This SASE is not available here, and you want to access. Let's suppose there is one user sitting. This is one user. This is you, right? Right? Your PC is here. So you connected with the ISP. You having this is the application. 3 application is there, but I'm saying this user can only access O365, right? This is my requirement. These 2 applications should not be accessible from this user machine. So what is the way to like stop this kind of the requirement, this kind of the blocking? So there is only way, because our routers doesn't have that much capabilities to understand the application, and based on the application they can allow or block at the customer edge routers. Means router is connecting to the different provider, so they don't have this capability. They are, let's think about this is the ISP internet provider, so they are connecting, they don't have the capability. So what is the way I can deploy the firewalls, right? I can deploy the firewalls. Could be the Palo Alto firewall, could be the FortiGate firewall, could be the any other vendor firewall, and when the traffic is going to land to this firewall, so then based on the applications, this Dropbox and Salesforce, we can deny the traffic on the firewall. Then this user can only access the Office 365. This could be the possible, right? We can do that. But if I'm not going to use this firewall, I don't want to go in the legacy infrastructure. I want to totally depend on the SASE vendors. So what is going to happen in the SASE solutions? If you're having a SASE solution based on the any vendor solution, so SASE is responsible. Such kind of user will always try to go this destination, but you don't have to, control. You don't have to manage this device. This acting as a firewall, this acting as a your secure web gateway, this acting as a your threat preventions, this acting as your security DNS security provider, this acting as your cloud access security broker. So all the action is going to happen, all the action is going to happen within the SASE solution, architecture. Means the service edge provider. So you just have to pay the rent, you just have to pay the subscriptions to the vendors, and vendor is going to provide all the services based on your requirement. Like you want to the secure web gateway, just take one license. You want to advanced threat prevention, you just take a license. You want to cloud firewall feature, just take a license. You want to take the DNS security, take a license. CASB. So whatever security parameter you want to take, just take a license, and you just free from all kind of the like the hardware management, all kind of device monitoring. Just your devices need to be connected with the switch need to connect with the routers, and your router should having the ISP links. Rest all traffic is going in the SASE. Now SASE want to block this Dropbox, so you have to create some firewall rule or the URL filtering here, right? And then this is going to block here any traffic, any malware coming, you are sending malware, you're doing the data leak and all that, all is going to cover by here. This SASE framework is going to come in a picture, right? So this is the idea about the SASE. I hope you understand. So just we are not dependent on any kind of the security old traditional network. We having a very sophisticated network where my data can be travel, and my cloud provider, that is service edge provider, is going to responsible to maintain my all integrity, security, encryption, decryption, whatever I want. So this is my SASE framework, right? Put me your question on the chat if you're having anything, right? Because this is open session. So this is again a framework you can see. So user is mobile right now, working from anywhere, working from home. User can be the branch, user can be the large office. You can see mobile devices. It could be the IoT devices. It could be any other mobile sites. So in all scenario, I want to give the similar kind of the security features. So this SASE is going to mitigate those kind of all feature requirement, like the firewall feature, malware protections, intrusion, encryption, firewall as a service, QoS policy, security, DNS control, bandwidth management, routing, everything is going to done with the SASE vendor provider. And who are the vendors? Just look at and see. We are going to focus about the Zscaler, but see the vendor's name, major player in the vendor. So these are the Zscaler. This is a leader of the market. Then NetSpoke also leader in the market, right? Cisco is also not a leader, but yes, Zscaler having the monopoly in the market right now. Palo Alto is also just behind the Zscaler. NetSpoke, VMware, Checkpoint, Kato, we having the Cisco. So a lot of vendor available in the market. They all are providing this kind of solutions. You just have to take a subscription. After taking the subscription, probably you can just integrate your network to those service providers, and then they are responsible to just make sure your company confidentiality, integrity, service, DNS control, whatever you want to do, that is going to happen via the Zscaler, uh, or might be any other vendors SASE solutions, right? So let me just come back again the SASE. So SASE having a two uh, definition you can see here: secure access and services. Secure access means you are just wanted to secure access. You are working from anywhere, and by the help of the service edge. And who is he is the service edge provider? This could be the any vendor like the Zscaler, Palo Alto, Cisco, anything could be, right? I hope you guys get this. So this is a SASE. All right. So let's move forward, right, and understand a little bit more about that, right? So if I talk about the SASE, so we discussed about this is a framework, right, can help organization to simplify their IT infrastructure, advance the threat preventions, better protection of the data, implement the flexible solution, easily connect the users, devices where whatever and whenever they are just going to locate, don't care, just going to connect with the security to the network, and it is also most important that is going to reduce the cost. So overall, the idea is means there is a one cloud and you have to send your branch location traffic over the cloud. And here you don't have to, worry about any kind of security parameter. Everything is going to take care by this SASE cloud. And if this SASE cloud you are taking from the Zscaler, then he is responsible. If you are going to take from the Prisma Access Palo Alto, that it is going to responsible. Or any other vendor you are looking for, that is also going to be responsible. So this is the SASE, right? So this work on the zero trust exchange model. So this work on the zero trust exchange. So basically, what is a zero trust exchange? So if I move a little bit here, so we having the zero trust exchange model for the Zscaler space because we are talking about the Zscaler. So you guys can see here zero trust exchange. Let me show you. Not this way. Let me. Yeah. So you can see here, right? So this is SASE zero touch experience. You can see how many feature we have here. We'll do the very deep dive on it in little stage when we'll talk about what is zero trust exchange. But when you talk about SASE solution, what is going to happen? So you are here, you might be in the office, you might be your data center, you might be your branch location, you might be some the medium range of the offices, or you might be the mobile users. What is the agenda? Agenda is this all type of users need to access the application. This application could be hosted in your internal data center, right? Could be your factory or could be your any cloud providers, any like the Azure or like the AWS, GCP, or could be the SaaS applications, likewise the Dropbox, O365. These are the cloud-based application. So this is the agenda, means user need to access these applications, but I don't have any kind of the firewalls, any kind of the other security devices. So I'll take the SASE subscription, and by taking the SASE subscription, I have to achieve my all security requirements. How deep zero trust exchange is available in the Zscaler itself. So let's say suppose you are connecting to the any application, so connectivity services is available, platform services is available, access control is available, security services is available, and then you having a digital experience also. We'll discuss what is a digital experience, but most important, just ignore this digital experience feature. We'll discuss JDX part later stage. But most important, your data which is going through one of the SASE vendor provider, you have to understand what kind of the protection I'm going to get from there. If I'm not going to use the firewalls, I'm not going to use third party proxy, I'm not going to use any kind of the SD-WAN solutions. Even it's SD-WAN is a part of this SASE, but let's say suppose you're just taking the Zscaler itself, no SD-WAN itself, right? You're just making the normal traffic forwarding method from the any Cisco router direct to the Zscaler. Then even you are getting the all kind of the feature here. So you see here. So once your traffic is going to land from the any client machine to the Zscaler, so we having this connectivity services like the browser access we have, client connector we have, branch connector we have, cloud connector we have, and SD-WAN or any router you can see. So these are the method like any router. By the help of the any router, I can connect to Zero Trust Exchange. And once I connect to the Zero Trust Exchange, what is going to happen? So platform services is going to come in a picture. These platform services like the TLS decryption is going to be happen, policy framework is going to be changed, like checks, discovery, device posture is going to be checked, right? So whatever device user is coming, they having a lot of posture management, logging reporting, risk score analytics, AI and machine learning basis, private services, that all is going to be checked here. And by checking, you can see here we have to do a lot of kind of the identity provider identity, authentication and everything. Like identity we have to prove, we have to prove the same, right? The security information and event management, right? We have the SAML where he is going to provide that, all kind of the identity for that's the best practice for the SAML. Other integration are also available here, but Zscaler recommend for the SAML. So SAML authentication also we have. Then after these all posture management, platform services like TLS decryption, everything is going to be passed from there. Then we have to move to the user come to the Zero Trust Exchange. What kind of the access they want to do that? So if you're having a DNS security, so if some bad domain you are trying to access and that is not allowed here, that is going to block. Any firewall port not allow, it is going to block. Any URL and web filtering you want to do that, that is going to block. Any kind of the bandwidth you want to reserve for the application, any cloud-based application, any internal application, data center, any kind of the file sharing, that is also going to be reserved. And micro segmentation, app segment. So a lot of control we are going to do here in the Zero Trust Exchange, right? So this service edge is just a big data center between you and your application. That's all, nothing else. This is you and you trying to reach your application. Here is your app. This app could be your data center. This app could be your data center, and you having the basic connectivity till here via the ISP. This is the ISP. Just think about this is the ISP, and you connected with this. But in between, we having the SASE vendor sitting here. So your traffic is going to land in this SASE vendor, this area, and it is going to do a lot of checks, and then your traffic is going to back and forth, back and forth. And in between all these access control platform services, this you can see advanced cyber protections like antivirus. Any virus you are trying to download, your network, any file you are downloading, that could be the virus. Any advanced threat protection you want to do that. Any sandbox feature you want to leverage the feature of the sandboxing for the 0-day attack. Means any new signature, any new virus is going to arrive and you want to just protect for that. That is also going to be, provided with this particular SASE framework. We having the IPS intrusion prevention system that is also going to be integrated. Deception FAB, right? That is a firewall again, application based firewall, web application firewalls, right? Browser isolation, we having a feature. Data leak, that is data protection, also the major important part here. That is also going to be, provide the cloud DLP, data leak prevention. Endpoint DLP is going to provide it. Browser isolation, again, it is a part of this. Inline CASB, so this is for the any cloud-based application like cloud access security broker, you are just going to do that. So any data you are sending and receiving from a cloud application, that is out inline CASB, out of the band CASB. For data sitting in the rest, that can be scanned. The data going through the all live transactions, that can be scanned. So this SSPM and SSPM says these all are the features are available here to just provide the data protection also, right? So we're having a lot of things to understand. So when we talk about 0-day protection, Zero Trust Exchange, and this is a digital experience, right? So this digital experience come in a picture for the any live reporting, monitoring, how my network health is coming. So anything you want to do that, then it is going to come in a picture and provide the visibility. So this component, this is the actual Zscaler SASE, and this SASE having that much feature. So if someone is going to ask you what is SASE, so I believe you guys are able to answer what is SASE, but how component going to provide the SASE flavor and feature to just protect your company data or your data to just meet the company uh, all requirement, which is compliance requirement, then this all you should know, right? So this is like the how zero trust exchange come in, and this is the zero trust exchange where by using this zero trust exchange we can understand how this is going to work. So if I talk about the key feature of the SASE, so how it is going to look like. So cloud native architecture, SASE also known as the cloud native architecture. Why it's known as the cloud native architecture? There must be something we have to understand. What is the cloud native architecture? So cloud native architecture is nothing. It's like just think about cloud native architecture, like the right now our integration of any kind of the application is most, we are talking about the cloud based application. Not we are hosting any application in a data center. We are not hosting any application. Most of the application we are moving to the cloud. So my infrastructure should be capable and should leverage the SASE solution to cope up this all requirement. So SASE leverage the cloud native infrastructure, and because the what is a cloud? Again, cloud is the physical infrastructure, but you are renting some of the resources from the cloud. SASE is the same concept. This is a big data center. In SASE also we having the firewall, we also having the like any kind of the threat prevention and everything is available there. But they basically based on the cloud native infrastructure, allowing our organization to move away from the any traditional hardware based infrastructure. This architecture, cloud native architecture, basically allowing any customer, any company to move away from the any traditional hardware based infrastructure to just make sure my network is flexible, cloud based model and scalable. This is a key thing you have to understand. So if you want your network should be adaptable with the and very compatible with the cloud based models, cloud based application, and that is also scalable at the same time, then the cost effective, that is also like most important part. And the most important part out of this, the distributed workforce, which is working from the anywhere mobile workforce, that also cover this all kind of security requirement. This is the cloud native infrastructure, right? They should also having the security service integration, right? So security service integration means, which I explain, right? Just I explain like zero trust model. So all the security features whatever we just discuss in this slide, this all, like you want to use firewall as a services, let me just move on this one. You want to move as firewall as a services, you want to use a DNS security, you want to use a zero trust exchange model, this one which I am discussing, zero trust exchange model, right? You want to just integrate data loss prevention, means DLP, right? So it is DLP. You want to provide secure web gateway, right? So this is the your gateway DNS security. So this your network should be capable to do these all things. So security services integration, this architecture must having the all kind of the flavor, all kind of the feature to understand security parameters, and also not understand, also they just provide the you know best solution to mitigate if there is anything is not aligned with your company requirement, right? They also work on the zero trust model. They also work on the zero trust model. So I explained what is a zero trust model. That means anything going through my network, that should be always protected. Dynamic access, right? My network should be like access from the anywhere. It's not like location based. It's not like all users should come in the company, then only I can provide the all kind of the network access requirement where the all my company security is going to be met. No, it's not like that. I'm working from the anywhere. My employee is working from anywhere. I should give the similar kind of the like security, feature requirement, whatever they are looking for. It's not like my user should come always in the office. Like the previously, we keep going in the office for the all kind of the work. No, but right now we are working for the anywhere. But might be your coming your question coming to your mind, the VPN is also there, then why we require this SASE solution? This could be the one question you're in mind, right? So the VPN having the complexity. Trust me, the VPN is a good solution. We can use it, but till which level you are going to extend your VPN solution? Your application is not limited to data center. Trust me, you are not only going to one location to data center. You just have to meet the VPN channels. No, your application is now in the cloud. Not only the one vendor, it's the multiple vendor. Your application are distributed like in the different locations. Your application are just in a different cloud providers. Your workforce is even working from different location. So if you're going to work with the VPN solution, it's the costly, it's the complex, and also some sophisticated feature you want to integrate with the all kind of like the integration with the cloud provider and all, that is going to provide the huge cost to you. And again, the manpower is going to required to just manage those boxes, a lot of complexity, troubleshooting, and everything. So why should I go and waste my time, energy, and money for the VPN solution if I have the better solution available in the market? So I can go and use the SASE solution where I not require any kind of VPN based solution. I can just need my computer. That computer just going to connect to my network securely from anywhere, and I'll get all kind of security features. That is going to reduce my network complexity and the cost, right? So this is the SASE, right? This is SASE. And in addition of that, like I talk about the vendors and all, but if you see here, the real-time policy engine we discussed about, this is like you can see earlier how this connection was going to happen, like the branch office, you want to go in the any cloud service provider, so again you have to take a lease line VPN connection, any branch office, any campus network that is going to connect. So this kind of architecture could be option 1, option 2, and option 3, and we can integrate with this forwarding method to send the traffic from the any cloud provider or might be Zscaler, then they are going to take the rest of the things. But earlier it was not there. Earlier we having a lot of challenges. You can see here earlier old like a TIC, you can just understand about uh, the that is the trusted internet connections. So if you see old world trusted internet connection, right? So in this, if we want to achieve such kind of the feature, right? If you want to achieve all kind of the feature, like you want to achieve that SSL inspection, antivirus, firewall as a service, DOS attack, IPS, internal load balancer, then again your all network traffic is going to land to the trusted network. Your traffic is going under the trusted network, and then they are going to the reach to any destination, or any workforce is going to be reached through the inbound or outbound gateway through the VPN or might be the internet network, and then they're going to access the your internal application, that is your data center. That could be the possibility, but you can see how many you having the hardware component for a different vendor, and you just have to manage these all component, not only the firewall and all. We having the router, we having a switches, we having the proxy, we having the firewalls to just, and we having a DNS box, a sandbox, lot of things we having. But when we go the same solution in a better way, right? So you can see perimeter security appliances to the protect the network, we having a lot of things. But if we move from this data center to the cloud based SASE solution data center, we just having this zero trust exchange services, that is SASE vendor available in between you and me. So cloud is a new data center. Your cloud is a new data center. You understand here? Your cloud is a new data center. Your workforce is working from the anywhere. It is remote, customer location, data center location. Your traffic is going via this zero trust exchange, either SaaS based application, internet based application, right? New trusted, internet connection. You can see any private cloud in your own data center. This zero trust exchange is responsible to maintain all integrity and security for your company compliances. So your all burden of this legacy network has been gone. You only require the if you're working for the office, just require the router. Even you are not working from the office, nothing is going to require. One of the app is going to install in your PC, that is known as a GCC client connector, and this is a very powerful app. You can see here and this app is going to protect all kind of the informations. This app is going to provide all kind of the informations or security to your network, right? So cloud is a new data center, internet is new network. You can see internet is new network, direct access. Business policy connect to the app, device and users. User connect to the app, not your, network. That is your old network. No need to do that. So this is how your network is going to be connected. And after connecting, you are going to get like all kind of the, real-time policy engine apply is going to happen for the all communication. Business analytics is going to happen. How my connection is going through, how my application is going through, how my data is going through, right? And what function is going to happen throughout the all my exchange of the communications, how the reporting, how it looks like in terms of the any kind of threats, malware protection, anything. If I want to do any kind of control based on the cloud firewalls, I want to filter any URLs, could be the Facebook URL, could be the WhatsApp URL, any unwanted website URL category. I just want to not process my the Zscaler portal, means the Zscaler zero trust exchange, like might be dating apps, any adult websites, any social networking website, any music based websites. So that is also going to protect with the URL filtering. This is your zero trust exchange, that is a SASE solution. Zscaler is going to provide that all kind of the flavor. If you want to do the bandwidth control for the application, limit the reduce the bandwidth, DNS filtering for the bad DNS, anything you want to protect, that is also going to be do that. Threat preventions, any advanced malware vulnerability, that is also available via this. Any kind of the cloud sandboxing you want to apply for the any kind of the advanced threat, that is a zero day attack, that is also available here. Antivirus which is going to be checked, any kind of the spying activity is going to be checked, any DNS security is going to be checked, right? So data filtering, also data loss, nobody is going to leak your data. Might be your employee is going to leak your data from their user computer, might be they are working from home, and once they're working from home, you share the very sensitive data from the email, and they leak those data to some other competitor where you having the very important PPT or deal with your client. So that is again a very security breach, because your company salesperson are doing a day or night hard work to get some kind of project, and they are prepare the bid document, right? To get those all revenue money to just you know grow the company, pay the salary for the employee, and your one of the employee just leak those data to another company, and who is also competitor, that is again loss for the all your own effort. So to prevent those kind of the losses, even from the PC, you cannot use the USB stick and to just transfer data, that is also going to protect it. So that CASB is not CASB, sorry, DLP is just going to provide the all data preventions for the user machines, for the any transition based communication, any email based communication, any kind of the other cloud based application you are transferring the file and all, that is going to be provided. And the cloud apps, any cloud apps, so CASB, cloud as a security, that is the most important feature that is available in the zero trust exchange, who basically responsible to monitor all the communication happening back and forth from the you and your cloud providers, and they make sure anything you are sending to the cloud and receiving to the cloud, that is a error free, virus free, they don't have any kind of the compliance, uh, uh, they don't meet any compliance, they should be the out of compliance, so that only can be exchanged and all. File control, I want to restrict any PDF file could not be saved over the any emails, any kind of the other file transfer method, that is also going to be protected, any file. So this is the how my SASE come in a picture. And this SASE is, you can see, they having the lot of component, and these component, if I go here, you can see here, these are the like little bit they are talking about the open internet SaaS based application. Again, the different user employee partners they are connecting, and we having the different component here in the Zscaler. We'll discuss step by step. We having a Zscaler private access, so we have to understand what is the role of the Zscaler private access. So today we are not discussing, we are just focusing over the SASE solution. You understand first what is the SASE, then we'll understand uh, which component is going to be required from the Zscaler to achieve this SASE feature. So I told SASE is not any technology, not any company proprietary data or my concept. It's the open standard things which is introduced by the Gartner, and this is something open to everyone, and because it's a framework, and based on this framework, different company develop their products. So Zscaler also developed uh, three products, right? That is a GPA, Zscaler Private Access, GIA, that is a Zscaler Internet Access, and JDX, Zscaler Digital Experience. These three products are basically right now, hitting in the market. They are the very, unique in the market, who basically giving the all SASE flavor. Whatever you can see this slide. If you want to understand this all flavor, you have to understand this GIA, GP, and everything. So we'll discuss step by step, because we are ready with this all solution for the live trainings, and the, all kind of the session is just ready. We are just doing in a backend, and probably you'll get the very good knowledge about everything, along with the lab practical hands-on knowledge. So we'll do a step by step. So it's just a beginning. So now we having the lot of thing here. You can see the same thing again. We having the different use cases. We have like threat protection. You want to do a secure SD-WAN, your office, your any kind of the branch, headquarters, ID providers, that is your SAML, could be any identity providers, data protection. These all is going to happen. So in zero trust exchange model, right, we have to leverage different component. We have to leverage different component, and by the help of those components, we can achieve this zero trust architecture. And this could be the GPA, that is a Zscaler private access. This could be the GCC, Zscaler client connector, GIA, Zscaler internet access, right? And by using these, and JDX is just monitoring system, so that is just going to give the visibility about that. And then by using that, we can achieve this SASE solution. And this is going to reduce your IT cost and complexity. That is going to deliver a great user experience, because user have to just, turn on their laptop and just connect to any application without any, hurdles. They don't have to connect the LAN cables, they don't have to connect any kind of the other additional feature settings. Just plug and play, and you just enjoy, reduce the risk, because they also having the inline SL inspection for that, where the encrypted traffic is also going to be, like inspected. So even secure communication is happening, and your traffic is going via the HTTPS. So that traffic is also going to be inspected. So anything you are sending, even it's encrypted, that is going to be decrypted in the zero trust platform. That is a secure access service edge by the Zscaler. And your traffic is going to land from the user to the Zscaler, like Gen, we known as the Zscaler enforcement node, right? So this Gen, or like we can tell you the PSE, public service edge, right? Gen and PSE is the same thing. So recently we start doing the PSE, public service edge. So public service edge are located in different locations. So you can see here. So let me show you something. So these data center public service edge are located in the, let me config.gscaler. So let me show you something interesting to you guys. So once you become the customer, like SASE, you just buy the SASE solution from the Zscaler. You'll you will be mapped with the any cloud. So you can see there is a lot of clouds. You can see Zscaler.net. We having a GIA solution. We having a GPA solution. So we just think about this solution. I'm talking about GIA right now. We'll discuss about GIA and JDX later. Three solution we have, but let's you take the GIA solution to get all requirement, whatever your cyber protections, you want to data protection, you want to any kind of the access control. So you are going to map one of the cloud, and this cloud be either Zscaler.net, Zscaler 1, 2, 3, G Cloud, sorry, GS Cloud, Zscaler Beta.net, Zscaler Government.net, and Zscaler, like you can say 10.net. So these are the cloud. So your company is going to get cloud name first. And once you go on the cloud, let's suppose my company, or might be your company is having this Zscaler 3.net, right? So you have to go in Zscaler 3.net, and you have to find, let's suppose I am in India. So how many data center available in the India? So let's suppose I am in India. So how my traffic should land to the India data center of the Zscaler? That is service edge, right? Service edge, which is SASE solution. So you just have to go to the EMEA region, or maybe you have to go to the APAC region because we are in India. So this is the America region. So we just ignore it. And this is the APAC region. You can see. So we are in the APAC region. So in APAC region, might be we have the Chennai. See, this is my Chennai data center. Chennai have two data centers, right? We having Hyderabad. This is again not ready. You can see, not in use. We having the Mumbai. It's ready. We having a two Mumbai, New Delhi also. So what is going to happen? So let's suppose you are the user here. This is you. This user is Chennai. Sorry, it's my pen having some problem. This user is, let's suppose, in the Mumbai, right? And this is third user. This is the Delhi. So I told this is my SASE vendor. Just think, this is my SASE vendor. And who is the SASE vendor? None other than Zscaler. Right? This is my Zscaler SASE vendor. So I told my Chennai user, if you want to access the google.com, this google.com, which is hosted somewhere in the cloud, and this is connected. So this must be connected over the internet first. So this is the ISP where my PC is connected. This is also might be connected with this ISP, or this is ISP. It could be all ISP could be the same. It could be the Airtel if I am in the India. All could be the same, but one Airtel in the Chennai, one Airtel in the Mumbai, one Airtel in the Delhi. So these all three vendors are here. So what is going to happen? So one data center for the SASE based data center, I told one data center. This is Zscaler, GSDC, right? GSDC for Chennai, right? For Chennai. This GSDC for Mumbai, and this is third GSDC for New Delhi. So these are three locations. So if I am in the Chennai, how my connection is going to land to the Zscaler SASE provider? So based on the geolocation means whatever my nearby data center have, I'm going to connect those data center. Let's say I'm in the Kolkata. So Kolkata having no data center, right? Kolkata doesn't having any data center. So Kolkata user, let's suppose user in the Kolkata. So Kolkata user is going to check the distance, which location have the nearest distance, and that user going to form the connection of the service provider, the service Zscaler service provider. So that is going to land. Might be the if Chennai is nearby, Chennai is going to land. If Mumbai is nearby, Mumbai is going to land, or my Delhi is nearby, Delhi is going to land. So based on the geolocation. So if I am in the Delhi, so but nation my primary data center is Delhi. It is going to land to Delhi. But if this is going to down, so it is going to search which is a near data center. So this is how dynamically the all data center is available in the network of the cloud providers, and based on the geolocation the user is directly going to connect to those data center. And what is the connection method we have? We just have to understand how the GCC, Zscaler client connector, come in the picture, how the GIA is going to use to forward the traffic, how the GIA is used to forward the traffic from my location where I am to the SASE vendor, that is a Zscaler is right now we're talking. So we have to understand GCC client connector, how it is coming in a picture, how the GIA is coming in a picture, and how the traffic forwarding method is going to be used. Might be the IPsec, right? Might be the GRE, might be the pack file, or by the GCC client connector, we know that how it is going to be happen. So these all method is going to be used. Three method we have, right? So we just have to discuss every forwarding method, how it is going to be used, and how the data is going. But we have to understand for my user location, the data center is going to be nearby, that is going to come in a picture, and from there that data center is just going to responsible to whether this user having the firewall access or URL access to access this google.com or not. If it is not, that is going to block. If this user having, that is going to be allowed. This user not, that is going to block. So this SASE is going to come in this way. So you just have to always go and understand, because once you have you become the customer of the Zscaler, you have to understand which location I am and what is my nearby data center. If I am the other location America, so I have the different data center. Atlanta might be I have the Boston, right? So we having a lot different locations, but we having the in India also having the Auckland, we have the Beijing, we have the Chennai, so Hyderabad, it's like in the process. So these are the different data center also we have. Sydney, Taipei, Tokyo. So you just have to understand. Okay. So this is about the SASE, and I hope you guys understand. So this is how multi-tenant architecture. It is the providing the multi-tenant architecture where the multiple customer is going to leverage the your SASE edge service node, where they having this shared infrastructure, but you are going to get the dedicated tenant for the all user communication. You having the zero attack surface, means any communication which is going through the network, that is a fully secure, fully kind of the advanced protection is going to happen for any malware, any kind of vulnerability, right? Any zero day attack is going to happen. Proxy based architecture, it is a proxy based architecture. What is a proxy architecture? So that means you sending your traffic to Zscaler, and Zscaler is doing on behalf of you all the communication. So if you understand the layman language of the proxy, so let's suppose we are in the classroom, right? We are in the classroom, here you and your friend and your third friend, but your fourth friend is not available in the classroom, he is away. Your teacher is asking, this is your teacher, might be C, or he is asking, hey A, are you available? So you say, yes ma'am, I'm available. Hey B, you available? And C just checking the register, yes, you say available. Hey C, you available? You available. But your D friend is not available in the class. Ma'am say, hey D, you available? Your A friend say, hey yes ma'am, I'm available. So he's just doing the proxy, means on behalf of him, basically he is not in part of the classroom, but he's saying, yes, I'm available. That's not good. So he's doing the proxy stuff. Similarly, when the traffic is going to be when traffic is going to be initiated by the user, right? So first, your ISP is going in a picture. Sorry, not IPS, should be the ISP. So your ISP is going to internet service provider, is come in between you and what you want to access, you want to access the facebook.com. So you want to access the facebook.com. This is your server hosted in somewhere in the internet. Then in between, one of the SASE vendor come in, and your traffic is going to land in this SASE vendor data center, which is nearby, and it's also connected to the internet. So you, between you and ISP, the SASE vendor is available, and then SASE vendor is also internally connected with ISP, and they also connected with the Facebook. So how the communication is going to happen? Once you initiate the connection from their PC, your SASE vendor, this is a PSC you can understand, or you can just say Gen Zscaler enforcement node or public service edge. The traffic is going to forward from this user machine to this particular gen, right? It could be the multiple way. Just think about, we are making one of a tunnel. So just think what is a tunnel, okay? So user machine make a tunnel and send the traffic to the gen. Gen is going to intercept those traffic. Gen is going to intercept those traffic, and on behalf of you, it is going to make a connection with the Facebook. So HTTP connection, HTTP, get request is going to, land on this particular gen or PSC. Then on behalf of you, it is going to initiate a connection with the Facebook. We'll discuss in very detail every packet flow, how it is going to happen. Let me show you how detailed it looks like, so you guys will understand. So let me show you a little bit. So where it is, yeah, let me just see in this we having or not. I have the very traffic flow diagram in very detailed, how the traffic is going to be available. Let me see. Not this one. Oh, we having the very good diagram. Let me see. Mm, let me see in part one or part two I have. Yeah, this one. Okay. So see, your user traffic is going to be, sent first, right? So this is going to intercept, right? After authentication, everything is going to happen. This is going to intercept by the HTTP request is going to land, and then it is going to intercept by the gen, and gen is further going to responsible to just, send traffic to the any kind of the service providers, right? Whatever the, destination you want to access on behalf of you. And after like intercepting your traffic, it's not going to just, send directly without checking any. No, it's going to do a lot of thing on behalf of you. It is going to do any kind of the URL filtering, app, thread, DLP, whatever the connection you are going to send. This is the first connection. This is your connection is going to the application. So your connection is going to application. It is going to check whether this URL which you are trying to access, if it is the allow, then it is going to reach here. If it is blocked, then you'll get the block response page. We'll discuss in very detail how it is going to happen step by step. But if you are accessing, then all parameters is going to be checked during the like our service agent which is available in the SASE solution. And then you are going to access the application. But when your request is going to application, that is also going to inspected. When reply is going to come, even that is also going to inspected throughout the session. So this is how SASE is going to, work for you, and this SASE is going to play a very vital role for you. We'll understand how Zscaler single scan and multi-action come in a picture, how it is going to save a time with the traditional service chaining method, right? We understand different traffic forwarding method in the different version. We have to understand about the pack file, Zscaler. We also will understand how step by step, right? We can see here we having the client connector fundamental. We have the like all the connection management pack file tunnel versions. We having a zero trust section. We have to understand GIA GPA enrollment process. We have to understand GIA and GPA, how it's going to look like. JDX also we understand. So a lot of thing we have to do, right? Almost we are going to deal with a 30 plus hour course for the GIA itself, right? Because it's a very brand in detail. In the market, people are just, playing with the 10 12 kind of the, hour session, but it is going to very deep and dive. So at least you guys having the very good understanding and knowledge about this Zscaler, right? So I hope this session is useful for everyone. Please leave us your comment, any doubt you have. Just visit this website, and you can write us or you can reach out to us. So our executive will basically help you to just, any kind of the query if you have, right? So all right, so you guys can visit our website for the more information. I hope this is the good session for you all. Okay, I wish you a very great evening now. Bye bye, take care.